What's the punishment for rape in Islam, you ask? Pretty simple. Pay the father 50 dinar and you have to then take her as your wife. Are you kidding? Well, guess what? That's not Islam. That is not in the Quran. In fact, that is in the Bible. Wow. That is on the authority of Almighty God, Moses speaking to his people. Now, I don't believe that this is the message of Christianity. The purpose is simply to demonstrate the problem when we cherry pick verses. But let me simply start by reading the verse to you. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verses 28 to 29. Moses says, if a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married, and he rapes her, and they are discovered, he shall pay her father 50 shekels and then take her as his wife. So are you serious? Should we assume that Christianity teaches you see a woman, dang, I would like her to be my wife. Solution, rape her and pay her 50 bucks to the father and she becomes your wife? That's insane. Now, if we told you that Muslims believe this, you'd be like, oh, look at those crazy Arabs, those Muslims. Of course, their Quran says that. But this is in the Bible, bro, right? Now, I don't believe that Christianity espouses and teaches if you see a woman, you want to get married to her, go rape her, pay 50 bucks and she's yours. Nevertheless, the point, it's very clear. We run into some problems when we want to start cherry picking verses, not looking at context, and just to quote things with an agenda. Now, even then, all of that said, I find it hard to believe that Almighty God, on his authority, that one of his greatest prophets and messengers, Moses, said you rape a woman, pay 50 bucks, and that's how you can get a wife. I can't accept that. I'm curious, Christians, do you accept that? Do you believe that? And of course, Christians say, oh, but that's the Old Testament. That's still the God you believe in. He's not a schizophrenic. He didn't go through some phasing and turn into a different God. That's who you believe in. Do you believe that God would say, you want to simply marry a woman, go rape her, pay her 50 bucks and she's yours? That's crazy. If I told you the Quran had said that, you would believe me and you'd start spreading it everywhere. Look at what those Muslims do. But this is in the Bible, bro. You got to take that. What are your thoughts?